hello there, you big beautiful bastards. Well, I'm probably not supposed to swear in the first 30 seconds, but yeah, who cares? I didn't realise I've been calling you guys lovely people now for a while, like it's almost a catchphrase, kind of said it enough times, so I thought I'd change it up a bit. I have realised I have forgotten to weigh out the fragrance. I haven't mixed up my colours, and I don't even have activated charcoal here, so whatever. Anyway, this soap is 100% inspired by this. That is it. I mean, I just wanted to use these sprinkles, so I'm just made some colours that will go with the sprinkles, pretty much. It's just, I was just looking at I own a lot of sprinkles. For someone who doesn't make cakes, I own a lot of sprinkles. But I also like supporting this company because I know one of the owners, and I think she's lovely, and she's a local, and you know, and she's a really sweet mum, and I just want to support her, so you know, and I like putting sprinkles on my soaps, to be honest. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm gonna say so like usual, because that's what I do. I have to start every sentence with so and end every sentence with so. Yes, I apparently am beating myself up today. Who knew that was going to happen? Anyway, let's get some stuff happening. My plan, considering plans rarely go right, although I do know that this fragrance isn't bad because Keely used it. Actually, I own the soap that she used it in. This is kind of funny because I messaged her today and said, I'm going to use Peppercorn Shea. I'm sure you used it, was it okay? And and then before she replied, and I said, also I want to let you know that, you know, I love all your fragrances, but I specifically love the triple butter soaps. Fragrances? No, I said fragrances, didn't I? Slow down. I told her I loved all her soaps that I bought off of her, but I specifically love the triple butter one, and then she come back and said, I'm pretty sure I used Peppercorn Shea in the triple butter one, so it was kind of amusing. What do I have written down? Blue, oh, and black. Right, okay. Right, I'll be back. I need to get the activated charcoal. So it was kind of like one of those little sort of kismet moments where the very thing that I was telling her I loved was also what I was asking about. It was quite interesting. And honestly, guys, I know there's so much glitter. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let's see if we can get that to focus. It's very dark. It may not focus. Look at all the glitter in there. I'm going to assume it's activated charcoal. It does not contain glitter. I'm going to guess that I've left the container open, or I've used a spoon with glitter on it. One of the two. I wanted a really black drop. I didn't want a grey drop, so I'm using AC for that reason. I mean, I like activated charcoal anyway. And I'm going to make the batter grey. So I will use, I don't have any silver. There's a mica called Silver Pearl from my Mica Obsession, which is beautiful, makes a beautiful silver. But I don't have any, so I'm going to use the Black Pearl and the Flash. Now, this is probably doing things it shouldn't be doing because I've left it sit, which it is. It has the lye in it already, if you don't know, if you're fairly new to the channel. I usually always start with the lye in the mix. Oh dear. Not a lie, the lie. There ain't no lies on this channel, except for the stuff that's in the soap. Yeah, my biggest problem in life, I guess you could say, was that I don't lie. I'm also not very tactful, so what you see is what you get with me. I was called rude and arrogant 2 weeks ago. I agreed with the arrogant part. I did not agree with the rude because I hadn't said anything that was rude. I was just blunt and honest. And yeah, and so this person took offence and said I was rude. And I don't like being called rude because Rude would imply that you have insulted someone or said something nasty. To me, when you say something that's honest yet blunt, that I don't think that that's rude. I just think it's honest and blunt. But she said that I was hiding behind the blunt term to be rude, which is just a load of shit. I mean, you guys know me. So I can be rude, I'm exceptionally petty, and I also agreed that I was arrogant, and I am, and I don't hide. I'm not particularly proud of the fact that I'm arrogant. I try not to be, but I see so many stupid people in the world, it's a little hard not to be sometimes. See, arrogant, just told you. Oh dear, I don't know, it's just, you know, you see people like anti-vaxxers and, you know, people who think the world is flat, and then you can't help but sort of feel a little superior to stupidity sometimes. I don't think I'm superior to most people though, like, okay, excuse me, I'm filming here. There's a moth. It wanted to join in on the conversation. So, alright. Let's get this mixed and that was the other thing I was gonna do. Now, Keela used this, ignore the gross label. I sprayed alcohol everywhere. Yeah, she used this in her triple butter soap. I have the triple butter soap. It's glorious, but I thought that she'd not fragranced it because it doesn't really smell like anything. On the website it says you can use this in body products up to 100%. Now, I never trust 100%, like there's no way you could use it at 100%, but I'm going to do something that I don't ever think I've ever actually done before, and I'm going to use maybe, I don't know, maybe 60 ml instead of 30, so that'll be 6%. I don't think I've ever used 6% in anything ever. I think the highest I've ever gone is 5. Just because it's not particularly strong, so it should be interesting to see. It's not all, actually, you know what, it hasn't, now that I smell that, I'll take that back. That soap does still have some of this smell. But the thing is, this actually smells quite soapy, if that makes any sense. Like, it kind of smells like it's like soap. Yeah. So if you're going to get that soap off of it, and I mean, seriously, it's so good. It's so creamy. It's not exactly the same as what's in the bottle. But yeah, no, there you go. It's actually quite nice. So I was going to measure some fragrance out and then we'll get stuck in. Well, there's 58 grams there, so there's 5.8%. That's, I mean, and I just had to stop because that was like, that's a lot of fragrance. That's a lot of fragrance. Alright, I'm going to give this a whiz. We're going to move that because I will knock that over. The other thing I'm going to do, I've left it in there, is I have stars, and these have silver stars, so I thought I'll use the yellow star, and then that way I didn't have to do any yellow batter anywhere. I don't know why I start, see, this is why I don't like these. Now, I was testing these, I'm going to have to change it. Oh my god. I wanted to try and use these because I like the fact that they're all one piece. The heads often come off these, not so much when I'm soaping, but more when I'm washing them up, which is not a bad thing. I mean, you get to wash out the little hole. I don't know where that's going. Oh, dirty dishes. And I thought, well, you know, if it works all right, I'll just buy a bunch more because it came from IGA. But no, I don't like getting oil on my hands. Yes, I could wear gloves. No, I don't want to. I don't need to. Soap batter doesn't affect me when it touches my skin. So, yes, you can see I've already got it all over my skin. It's just greasy and foul. But I've gotten soap batter like on my lip before, and that was unpleasant. But like on my hands and my arms and stuff, it doesn't really hurt. Please don't ask how I got soap butter on my lips, because I'm really embarrassed about that. Actually, I'm not embarrassed about it. It was just the stupidest thing I've done in a long time. I went to sniff the spatula. It had fragrance on it, so I sort of lifted it up to my face and smacked myself in the lips with the spatula that had soap butter all over it. And it did actually burn my lips. Honestly, I had like... If you're an Aussie, you'll understand. If you go out in the sun too long, you get like fairly bad lip burn sometimes. Usually sort of only like in high summer. But yeah, it was sort of like that. It was pretty unpleasant for about 2 days. And I got it off pretty quickly. Like, yeah, so don't smack yourself in the mouth with soap butter. It's not pleasant. But like I said, I mean, on my arms and my hands and that, it's just fine. So that's why I don't wear gloves. So you have to decide for yourself whether or not you will wear gloves and protective gear, and that's your choice. Nothing to do with me. Alright, that's emulsified nicely. So let's get this in her, shall we? Not too many things in here now. Actually, what I might do is we'll take this out. If this behaves now, I meant to... Jesus, shit, I'm a dickhead. I meant to re-watch Keely's triple... What the hell was that? Oh, was that a freaking moth? I just saw it out of the corner of my eye and I thought there was something crawling on the bloody floor at me. I meant to rewatch her triple butter video and completely forgot to see how the fragrance behaves. So I guess we'll find out in a minute. So whatever. Okay, so we're probably going to need to stick blend these, especially the AC, because it does have a tendency to be a little grainy if you don't stick blend it sometimes. And I always find that colours do tend to pop a little more if you give them a stick blend. Plus, we need to be making up a bit of grey in here, so let's do that. And I don't want it to be very dark, so I'm not going to put a lot in there. Wow, that is so much fragrance. It's kind of freaking me out. Okay, and we'll put a lot of this in here. This is Flash. It's kind of a white, excuse me. Oh, I had Magnum ice cream. Oh, my body's going, we don't like you very much. And I don't care. It's lactose. You'll get rid of it one way or another. You'll be right. I'm so mean to my body. Oh dear. I had a thought about that. No, not about that, but something else. Let me just mix this and then I'll tell you. Well, that's bloody perfect. Oh, I can't believe that's so perfect. Shit. I'm just going to just chuck this pigeon party on the roof. Pigeons, mental. They're friggin' mental, mate. Like, Bugs, for those of you who are new or haven't been around for a while, Bugs is my older cat. Bugs, yes, B-O-O-G-S, Bugs. His actual name is Hunter. If you look on his veterinary records, his actual name is Hunter, but he gets called Bugs now. I don't know why. He used to always catch, when he was an outside cat, he used to always catch pigeons. And I let him, because they're dumb, stupid creatures, and they're just like flying rats, so. But they were dumb, they let themselves be caught. And now they party on my roof. Dickheads. Alright, so this video is already at 15 minutes. I don't know how it's already at 15 minutes, but I'm going to turn it off and just come back, because then I don't have to hurry. Came back so quick, the pigeons are still partying on the roof. Listen to the dickheads, would ya? Okay, so this is a little hotter than I would like the soap. I'm not sure why. Oh, yes, I know why. My friggin' milk. Can you hear that? I guess guess they're just running across the roof, but it sounds like they're doing God knows what up there. Oh dear. Yeah, my milk wasn't fridge cold. Oh, I see what she means. Okay, at the start of the video, Keely said out of the bottle she didn't really like the smell of this. It was kind of nothing. And then she poured it into a batter and she was really surprised. And that's exactly what happens. You get this big whoosh of... Actually, you know what? It hasn't lost its fragrance at all. I'm probably using way too much fragrance. That's exactly what the friggin' soap smells like. There you go. That's really interesting how that sort of really pops out at you. I'm going to have to let her know. I'll have to go in. I'll message you when I go back inside. So, and it looks like it actually loosens trace a little bit. So that's good. A looser trace is always a good thing. Especially when that seems to, oh yeah, like I said, because I had to use warm milk. The goat's milk that was in the fridge was actually frozen solids. It was only half frozen when I used it 2 days ago. So the fridge is working exceptionally well. Whatever, it's like whatever. Whatever, dude. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do a drop swirl. Changed my mind. I'm going to do it in the pot swirl. The reason being we have an embed. Embed, I meant embed. And it'll just be easier. So I'm going to do just about half to begin with. And then half again. That didn't drop very far into there, so I'm just going to give that a quick swirl around. And then, I'm just moving a little more swiftly because this is setting up a little bit, but how friggin' awesome does that look? If the soap looks even remotely like that, I'll be happy. Okay, so I'm just going to do that much. And then, I'm going to trim this up because it's not perfectly straight. And I also need to know, this is a bit longer than the mould. I forgot about that as well. It's about there. This is very, very well set soap. I can't tell you how long it's been sitting there for. Months, probably. Okay, that's a little hard now. So let's take... Oh, yeah, that's very warm now. That's what I get for soaping with cupboard milk instead of fridge milk, I guess. The blue has definitely set up more than the black. It's always interesting to see what different colours do, isn't it? Don't necessarily need any for the top, so I'm not going to keep any back. Oh, it smells really good, actually. It doesn't smell the same as Keely's. So, it's close though. Like, I honestly thought that was just a soap smell, so that's really interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I'm too far away. It's just hurting. I specifically made the camera over this way a little bit so I wouldn't bend because I had a bad back anyway because it's, you know, the time of the month when you get a bad back. The body says, oh, we're preparing for things. Let's be horrible. Oh, this is just going to be horrible and muddy, I think, honestly. But, whatever, it'll have a cute star in it. That'll be something. I'm just trying to get it in on that side so we don't end up with any big gaps. What the hell was that noise? It's really thickened. Okay, I'll put a bit more in on here. I'm not too worried about it. And then I'm going to make a couple of these. I had to pack orders today and I couldn't put any free samples in them and it annoyed me. So, get back to making way more freebies. Or way more soaps. So I can cut the ends off them. But I literally cannot make that many soaps. I just don't have time. If I had time to make that many soaps, I wouldn't have that many orders. So I wouldn't need that many soaps. Oi. That sounds legit, right? Oh dear. See, I can't stop talking. It does happen. Oh, messy, messy. That's soaping. I don't mind being messy. Doesn't faze me. I cleaned it all up. That's why I have this lovely big bench. So I can make it messy. Clean it up. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything with this top. I'm just going to try and sort of just flatten it out a bit because I want to let the sprinkles basically speak for themselves because they're so cute. So I think that will do. We'll just tidy these sides up a bit. See, I mean, I don't know how long that's been sitting there and I didn't even feel it. That's lucky I've got tough old lady hands, I guess. I wonder if it's because I've always worked with my hands. Like, my whole life I've always done, like, timber working, woodworking, whatever you want to call it, or, you know, I don't know, like sewing, but I've always worked with my hands, so I don't know whether they're just, like, extra tough, or if it's my skin, because it's really weird. Like, I have pretty sensitive skin, and some things will just set it off like crazy, and then other things it's like, whatever. Skin is weird shit. Now, I'm just going to go like that with that one, and like that with that one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that piece. I'll use it for something. Alright, sprinkle time. Sprinkles. Sprinkles, sprinkles. There's a big chunk of soap butter under my fingernail. That's the one thing about not wearing gloves that's pretty gross, is you do fill up underneath your fingernails, and then you'll be eating later and you'll like, you know, go to chew your fingernail, or, you know, lick your fingers because you're licking off the food that's on it, and it tastes like soap, and that's pretty disgusting. Or even worse, it tastes like the fragrance that you used, which is always bad. Alright, so these are awesome. Oh, they're going to be messy. They're going to be messy. They'll be like me. Oh, yes. How cute are the little shiny ones? Wow. I'm trying to be a little bit more aware of where things are going. I'm trying to get a few more of these yellow ones. Oh, these are fantastic. I wonder what they taste like. Give me one of these yellow things. Ugh, my hands taste like fragrance oil. Seriously, if you want sprinkles for cakes and stuff, these things taste amazing. Not only do they look good, they taste really good. Like, I noticed a lot of the sprinkles have quite a nice sort of sugary chocolate taste to them. Yeah, like more sort of like that chocolatey taste, which is really, really nice. The alpaca book that I had the other day were lovely. I know you guys have seen that soap. Yes, you have. That was the apple and cinnamon one. Ugh, that horrible soap. That was a horrible soap. I'm just going to like go stupidly overboard, and I'll show you why in a sec. Because the thing with putting sprinkles on your soap is, a lot of them will melt, especially if your soap goes through gel, which this will, because I soaped a little bit too hot, and it's pretty hot at the moment. Although, I mean, it's not, it's just 28.6 in here at the moment, so it's not stupid hot. It's hot, it's Australian summer, so yellow. Oh, I just crushed it. I've crushed it, man. You crushed it, girl. Listen to me. I'm such a dick. And I don't even care. Now, I'm just going to go along and sort of smush these into the soap a little bit. What will happen is a lot of these will fall off when I cut the soap. And a lot of, some of them, not a lot of them, some of them will melt, like I said. So just, if you're going to use sugar sprinkles, just be aware of that. And these ones are kind of the best ones to use. Don't use the ones that are basically all sugar without a coating, because the ones that look like salt but are sugar, don't use those. They will melt. Like, they will really, really melt. And now there's some food for the lizard. He was in here today. He's a little blue tongue, I think. Not I think, he is. He's a little blue tongue. I scared the shit out of him, poor little bugger, because I just come bowling in here, didn't even think about it, and he just took off. That's okay. I like blue tongue lizards. They're pretty cool. They get pretty big. They're not overly aggressive. Well, I mean, they might be, but I've never seen one be aggressive. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Alright, that's it. Well, I'll bring it up for a look so you can have a look and see how cute this is. Tip it that way, you dickhead. There you go, how's that? I'll chuck it up on Insta. I'll chuck up a close-up on Insta. I've moved the microphone again, so it's kind of in the way, so... Oh, I'm terrible with this camera. How bad am I with this? I'd never make a filmmaker. It's kind of hilarious because I love making YouTube videos. I'm really terrible with camera work. Alright, my friends. We will come back tomorrow when it's probably 658 degrees in here and cut the soap. Right, ta-da. Hello. It's 8:30 at night. I may possibly have forgot I made this soap and just now remembered, so I thought I should probably come and cut it. So how stupid can some people be? Oh look, I can just have drag marks, I don't freaking care. Because some of these sprinkles on top are like these little tiny little... Let me just... What are you doing? Stop focusing in the wrong spot. No one let me. It won't let me. There you go. Because some of these are just like really tiny little sugar ball things. They may drag through the soap rather than just pop off. Well, I don't care. I'm just happy I remembered the soap. Honestly. I can't believe I forgot I soaped yesterday. Ooh, that star, hard as, because it's so old. Oh, look, it's so cute. It's so cute. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. Gotta say, I don't use them beds very often, but when I do, Jesus Christ, shoot me now. Let's just move this camera back a smudge, just a smudge. Move that over there. No, I like this. I managed to not cut through a single star. How'd I manage that? I mean, it looks really cute, like the top looks lovely. I think it matches quite well. I'm not a big fan of the big chunk of grey there, but oh, doesn't matter because it's not on the other side. I was a bit worried that because I did 2 pours, it wasn't going to look like it would look layered, but I don't think that looks very layered. Like, you can tell on this side, especially when you look at it like that, but I mean like that, but on the front you can't really tell, or the back either, so that's turned out quite nice. I quite like this soap, and it's, well, I mean, it literally doesn't smell any stronger than a 3% soap, because I walked in here and I couldn't smell it. So it wasn't like I knew what I had soaked with yesterday, because it just didn't smell like anything in here. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes over the cure. That's for sure. Oh, it's so sparkly. Let's see if we can... Yeah, look! Look at all the sparkles! Oh, that's awesome. So good with the sparkly top. I quite like this, and it didn't go as muddy as I was expecting. Remember I said I was at least thinking, yeah, I think I said it was going to be like a muddy mess at the top, and it's really not. So yeah, it's very sort of Starry Night reminiscent, because it's just got those, it's like dark and swirly, I guess. Starry Night, that's what I call it. Even though it's really not anything related to Van Gogh, except that's got a star and some swirls in it. Yeah. But why not? I normally name my soaps after the fragrance. So, let's name it something different today. Okay. I quite like it. I like the colours. I think the colours are nice. And the grey's nice. Like, it's not greeny grey or anything. So that's good. Sometimes you get that. Because I use rice bran, although I don't use a lot of rice bran, it can make your soap a little greenish sometimes. But like I said, I don't use a lot. I only use, I think 10%. So, I don't know, yeah, it's 10%. I don't really think about it. But yeah, I think this one turned out pretty good. What do you guys reckon? Oh, what are you doing, Slippery Dippery? Oh, got a star that time. Although it didn't get cut through, but I smacked it. I did. No. Oh no, I haven't. I was looking for my soap container. I have a box. I know this sounds weird. I have a box that I put all my soaps in to carry into the house, but I'll sort of wait until there's like 3 or 4 loaves of soap before I take it in. But the amount that I soap these days, 3 or 4 soaps can take me a month. So it sits out here in a box and cures, and then it goes in on the cure rack and sits for another 3 months, and I still don't put it on the website. It's actually really nice, that piece, and that's the star there that I whacked. That's why he's sitting up all proud like that. I think that came up pretty good. What do you guys reckon? Let's have a look. I think I may possibly have left this a little long because it has been over 24 hours now. Oh, of course. Come on, off you pop. So these may be a little too sticky to get out. Sometimes if you slide the edges down, you can break that seal. No. Too sticky, left them too long. They have a lot of soda ash, and this is a discounted soap. Well, there's definitely soda ash on there. There appears to be on these as well. It's just that little bit there. It's not much because most of the top is covered, so it's a little hard to see it, especially when the camera won't focus. There we go. Yeah, so I think if the top hadn't had anything on it, it probably would have ashed, which is weird, and I don't know why the majority of my soaps don't ash, and it's because of the water discount, because I never ever spray alcohol on the tops of my soaps. It doesn't do anything. There's no point. The only time I would ever do it is sometimes to maybe get glitter to stick down a little better, but I mean, in the last year I've probably sprayed 3 soaps, like the last year being the last 12 months. Yeah, I've probably sprayed 3 soaps, so really guys, it doesn't do anything. So don't believe people when they tell you that spraying with rubbing alcohol makes a difference to soda ash, because it's just rubbish. So there you go. There you have it. Do a full water soap. You're gonna get ash. It's the way it is. I don't particularly like it, but if I get it, I don't do anything about it because it's just the way it is. So, alright, I'm gonna shut up now, and I'll see you for the next one.